Dave with Napco Tech Support. In this video, I will explain how to create schedules and how to apply those schedules to allow free access and user access. I will also cover creating and applying holiday calendars. Feel free to pause the video at any time if it makes it easier to follow along. Before we get into the programming part of this video, I would like to take this opportunity to explain what schedules are and how they work. By default, MVP Access comes with 3 pre-created schedules. You can see here, there is one named 24/7, one named Weekdays, and one named Weekend. If you double-click or single-click and then click Edit on one of the schedules, you can then view the schedule itself. In this example, I'm going to view the 24/7 schedule. You can see here that by default, it is set for Monday through holiday and from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. Essentially, this means if this schedule is applied to something, then the schedule would always be active, even on holidays. If I go back and then edit the weekday schedule, you can see this one is set for Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. This means the schedule will only be active Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Unlike in the 24/7 schedule, the holiday indicator is not included in this one, meaning that if a holiday is set in the holiday calendar and it lands on Monday through Friday, then that holiday schedule will override this schedule. I will go into more detail about holiday calendars later in this video. You can choose to either modify an existing schedule or make a new one. I recommend not changing the 24/7 schedule, leave that as is, but feel free to modify the other two. To create a new schedule, first go to the Schedule section by clicking on Administration and then Schedules. Next, click on the Add button. Set your schedule name at the top, and after you set your schedule name, just beneath it, click on the New Block button and add a new block of days and times. By default, it will load in a 24/7 schedule. Let's say I want to make a schedule that is only for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, from noon to 3 p.m., and I don't want to work on holidays. I will change the from day to Wednesday and set the to day to Friday. I will then set the from time to 12 p.m. and I will set the to time to 3 p.m. When you are finished, you will click Save, and then you will be taken back to the main schedule page. Let's make one more schedule, but this time I want to show you just how flexible you can make these schedules. Let's say you have a very unusual schedule, like Monday through Wednesday you work 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then leave and then come back for 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. But on Thursday and Friday, you only work from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Well, you would first create your new schedule, give it a name, and create a new block. You would then set your first block as Monday through Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., then create another block and set it for Monday through Wednesday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Then create a third block for Thursday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. This schedule can then be applied to your free access schedule to control your locks on your business without you having to worry about locking and unlocking the public doors. So now that we know how to make schedules, let's talk about how you can use them. One of the ways we can use schedules is with free access. For those of you familiar with our DL Windows and Alarm Lock products, this is the same thing as a passage mode schedule. This is a way to schedule your doors to unlock and lock on designated days at specific times. To set the free access schedule for a specific lock or controller, you will click on Configuration and then Readers. Once in Readers, select the reader you wish to modify and then click Edit. When the next screen opens, click on the Door Control tab. Find the section that says Free Access Time Schedule. Click on the drop-down and choose the schedule you want. In this case, I will pick the special schedule we created in the previous chapter. When you are finished, click Save. That's it. Your lock will now follow that schedule. Unlike with DL Windows though, this schedule change will take place immediately. You will not have to wait until tomorrow for the door to unlock. If the door is supposed to be unlocked now, it will unlock now. You can see here, after we made the change, my net panel is currently in free access mode. Another way you can use schedules is to control the access of your personnel. Just like how free access controls when your doors unlock and lock, you can use a schedule via your access groups to control when your personnel have access to your doors that are not in free access. For more information on access groups, please see our previous video titled Configuring Readers, Badge Formats, Personnel, Facility Codes, and Access Groups. For example, let's say you have a door in your facility that you only want people to access at certain times. You would go to your access group, choose the lock that you wish to set the access for, and choose the schedule from the drop-down menu. When you are done, click Save. Once you have that schedule set for the access group, you can then go to your personnel, choose your personnel from the list, and set their access group. When you're done, click Save. There is another application for schedules I would like to mention. Earlier when I was demonstrating the free access time schedule, you may have noticed the card-only time schedule, the degrade mode time schedule, common code schedule, or the card and pin only schedule. Each of these have very specific uses that are rarely used, but I will give a brief summary of what they do. Card-only time schedule would be a schedule where only cards would work and any keypad pins won't. Degrade mode time schedule is a scheduled time where the system will ignore badge numbers and only allow badges with facility codes that have been designated for that lock. Common code schedule will schedule times when only a common code will work, which means that all badges and pins will stop working at that time and only the common code set here will work, nothing else. This is usually used on public gates like pools where only one code works and nothing else. This also means that any other card or pin won't work even if they have full access. So only use this feature if that is what you're trying to accomplish. Lastly, there is the card and pin schedule. This is for two-factor authentication, meaning you must use a card and a pin to enter the door during the schedule. Two-factor authentication will be covered in more detail in a future video. As always, all the information I just explained can be accessed by clicking on the question mark in the lower right when on this page. Lastly, let's discuss holiday calendars. Holiday calendars are a way to override your other schedules, meaning that your other schedules will cease to work on days designated in the holiday calendar, unless those schedules have the holiday marker. You can get to holiday calendars by going to Administration and then Holidays. There is already a default holiday calendar which is blank, and you can modify that, but we are going to create our own for this example. To make your own calendar, click Add up top, and when the new page opens, give it a name. You can then click the Add Holiday button. It will always start out on your current day, but you can change it, and you can make up to 100 holiday entries per calendar, so you have a lot of room to work with. So for this example, I'm going to click on it 4 times and make 4 holidays. You can then set the days you want the holidays to take place. If you want the entire day to be affected by the schedule, then leave the times at 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. But let's say you want to work a half day. Well, you can see in this example here, I set up December 24th to have the holiday from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. That will mean that the holiday will start at 2 p.m. and won't resume normal schedule until midnight. If I'm using this weekdays schedule here, then my normal schedule is Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if this is used as a free access schedule, then it will only be in free access until 2 p.m. when the holiday starts. After 2 p.m., the free access will end and the doors will lock. The free access schedule will not resume until the holiday ends, which in this case, it continues the next day on December 25. After December 25, it should resume to its normal schedule. You can also use a holiday calendar to create multiple interrupts in a single day, just like the special schedule I demonstrated earlier in this video. Let's say you have one day out of the year where you lock things up for a couple hours and then come back, maybe like a company lunch or something. You would add a holiday, set the day you want, and then let's say you want it to just be from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. We would set those times and click Save. Now you would have that interrupt in free access schedule on that date. After you have created a holiday calendar, you can apply that to your lock by going to Configuration, then Panel/Locks, double-click or single-click Select and then click Edit, and then on the left, select the holiday calendar from the drop-down and click Save. You can also apply this to your personnel by going to Access, then Personnel. Next, select the personnel you wish to edit from the left and then set the holiday calendar. This will cause that person's badge or PIN to stop working on the designated holidays. As always, if you're looking for current Napco documentation or more videos like this, head on over to our tech library at tech.napcosecurity.com.